What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you what should we expect in upcoming weeks in order to define its potential trend. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point when this asset retested this range of resistance, and I told you that in order to have a confirmation of its major uptrend, we have to break these two ranges with the confirmation of volume. And then on the retracement, we might re-enter our long position in order to catch its next movement to the upside. On top of that, I told you that if this range holds, we have to retest the lower border of this price section. We have to retest the range that we are basically retesting right now, and definitely depending on the price action around current levels, we might conclude in which direction in a short period of time this asset should go. And in general, guys, this asset acts exactly as I predicted. I made a lot of videos in regards to SOFI and I caught a lot of its movements. My win rate on SOFI is roughly 70%. I made a very thorough and precise forecasts in 7 out of 10 cases, and that is why you can rely on my technical analysis as a part of your due diligence. But guys, if you want to enhance your own trading skills, if you want to know more about technical analysis, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, for the first 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. I will do a technical analysis based on your request on any asset that you might find. On top of that, guys, for now there is not so many people inside this Discord group, inside this community. That is why almost 100% of my time will be dedicated to you. This means it is pretty much one-on-one training for the price of $450 a month, but for the price of just a fraction of this cost, for the just $35 a month. So, and I think it is quite fair deal. And guys, let's continue with the fundamental news. What was the reason of its quite significant movement to the downside, during which this asset from its swing low lost about 10% of its value in a matter of just 5 trading sessions? And let me show you that the most recent news that drove the price of entire market lower. Let me show you that for the couple of days we are pretty much entirely in red. The main reason of this movement to the downside is nothing else but the Israeli and Iran conflict. And definitely when we see this type of uncertainty in the global international relationships, definitely markets have to react, and in the majority of cases in the uncertainty times market goes lower, and we can see it by this red day, and that is why the most recent movement to the downside was related not to SOFI itself but to the broader sentiment of the market. Let's continue with the sentiment of the so-called smart money list. If you take a look on this chart, it is the institutional ownership of SOFI Technologies. You can see that we have the highest level of institutional ownership since the end of 2022. And definitely only several months right after the pandemic hit, this asset had a higher institutional ownership level that it has right now. And definitely it is a good sign. On top of that, if you take on the activity of these institutional investors, you can see that the majority of them are increasing their position, or they are opening completely new positions like this company does. Concurrent Investment Advisors opened a new position for more than $500,000. On top of that, we don't have a lot of companies who closed their position. And definitely you can tell that this sentiment is pretty much bullish sentiment, cautiously bullish sentiment on SOFI. And guys, let me show you that, and I showed you this in my previous video, We have three analytic firms who updated their forecast on SOFI, and they made it basically within the last couple of weeks. And the price targets that was set by these companies are following: $10, $7.5, and $11 marks. And in general, I have to admit that even the lowest price target of $7.5 is higher than our current range. And if you take a look on the consensus analyst price target, you can see that it is at about $9.08 mark, which is about 27.5% of upside potential. And definitely, this is quite a good sign for the medium and long-term holders, for the holders who want to buy these shares and to hold it for at least 12 to 18 months. But let me show you some short-term news. We have a lot of news in regards to SOFI that are quite bullish, and let me show you, for example, this one. This article was published just 11 hours ago on Investor Place, and it says 3 under $10 stocks with 10x growth potential by 2026. And guys, you know that I don't like this type of forecasts for the next couple of years, because nobody knows at what price point certain asset might be. But in general, I have to say that I agree with this article in terms of its major direction, its major movement. And let me quote you this. SOFI built a solid brand, technology-driven platform, and data analytics capabilities to boost its potency in the lending market. And you know that just recently they made loan originations of $17.7 billion in Q4 of 2023. And it is a 29% year-over-year increase. And this means strong demand for their mortgages products and personal loans and student loan refinancing drove this increase, demonstrating SOFI capacity to draw customers from various lending categories. And on top of that, guys, SOFI's Q4 net interest margin of 6.02% showed growth year-over-year and sequentially. And in general, I have to admit that for the last 4 years in a row, they are consistently showing us the growth in their membership and growth in their financials. This means the upcoming earnings report, as you can see, that will take place on Monday, April 29th, before the regular trading hours. We might anticipate the volatility, huge volatility on this asset around this date. Let me show you retrospectively. If I zoom out and clean the chart a little bit, you can see that around all the earnings reports, this asset has quite significant movements. Right before the earnings report, we have an increase let me show you, from this point, it had about 25% of movement to the upside. Right before this earnings report, it had about 48%, but from the lowest point right here, it had about 85, almost 90% of the movement. And definitely you can see that around all the earnings reports, this asset has quite significant volatility. That is why around the next earnings report, we might also see this type of price action. So guys, what to expect next from the technical standpoint? Before we dive deep into the technical analysis, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. As you can see, we have these three bottoms as the potential range of support, and we have two tops, and this asset is forming some kind of channel. And if it is the channel to the upside, definitely we might conclude that it is quite bearish channel, because it is some kind of bear flag. If I connect these tops and project it to these bottoms, for now, as you can see, we are retesting this range, and we pretty much broke it to the downside. If I make it a little bit accurate, we can see that this asset had a false breakout to the upside, and for now it is retesting its crucial point. This means, guys, we have to wait for the end of today's session, and depending on the depending on the last daily candle on this trading day, we might conclude in which direction in the short period of time it might go. This means I highly encourage you not to enter your long position as long as we don't have the confirmation of its trend. But keep in mind that right before the earnings report, we might see its massive movement, and right after this report, most likely we will have a completely opposite direction. This means if this asset goes to the downside before the earnings report, right after earnings report, we might see the spike in its price. And vice versa, if this asset might have movement to the upside, right after earnings report, it has to go lower. And that is why, guys, depending on these two movements before earnings report, we might anticipate completely opposite movement right after this date. This means April the 29th might be the crucial point for this asset for the short-term traders. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the